Hey, we're here on
Right now, the majority of the world's open-air experimental field trials are being conducted in Hawaii.
on Montserrat, and we got a bunch of guys in the rain marching down here.
We're being sprayed with
We'll join them.
of Agent Orange. It's a weapon of chemical warfare, and we're not feeling it. We don't think Monsanto or
Hardcore, guys. Thank you. Hey, no GMO. Monsanto poison. I've seen that sign before. Now we're supposed to be live. We're on Montserrat, which is really on the slopes of Diamond Head. Anti-GMO. How's it, brah? Marching to Kapiolani Park. Free seeds. GMO is Soylent Green. It's a fairly sizable march. There are already people down at the park. Big sign here. GMOs and the pesticide and poisoning of. I think I'll join right behind here. Here's Misko. Hi.
Didn't you know it's going to rain? It was beautiful the last few days.
No, I think it's hardcore. Rain or shine. These guys. Here's David with a trademark huge sign. David, let me see the sign. Ran a little bit. Looks like you got a little bit of Roundup on that, but. Sorry there, we're having a little bit of you just joined us. We're kind of at the end of the march here. We're going to join in and follow people. Hey, later on, nice seeing you. I'm going to come down to the park. This is pretty cool. I'm going to be following these guys with the green balloon. If you're in the area, come down to Kapiolani Park. Green balloon. That's Diamond Head in the background. We're walking down to Kapiolani Park right now. We'll follow these guys. Maybe we get some interviews too with people. It's rainy Sunday morning here in Honolulu. No violence. That was the exploding balloon. Probably got some Roundup on it. We're marching down Montserrat Avenue toward Kapiolani Park. I'm not getting any indication of how much bandwidth I'm using. Hopefully we are some bandwidth off. Well, I'm not getting 4G, but I'm getting something, so. They joined us. We're on a march to Kapiolani Park. should be stuff here. We're trying to get out. Pretty sizable number of people here. I'm going to try and get up to the front where the bullhorn is. I don't have my steady cam, so I'm going to have to put up with some rugged bouncing motion as I run through. A lot of documentation here. There we go. GMOs.
Attention to the fact that it causes infertility, sterility. GMOs have been linked to endocrine disruption, organ enlargement, problems with the pancreas, liver, and spleen, problems with protein and cholesterol synthesis. They've been linked to tumors. They cause tumors, and you know what? We're not going to get it all right now from the GMOs. It's going to be our kids and our grandkids that go completely sterile and infertile. And why has $391,000 of money from GMO companies in our legislative campaign fund? Why is it like the City Council will cancel a hearing on GMO labeling when 61 countries require GMOs to be labeled? We are like the last.
We got a group there, stuck on the corner, waiting for the walk sign. This is a march. We don't. This is almost a sprint to the park. Like, it's a march, not a sprint. No, I'm kidding. That's a great sign. Let me get a pic shot of the sign. Save Hawaii, stop GMO with the biohazard sign there. That's pretty cool. Let's get Go's sign. Kids say no to Monsanto. Did you make that yourself? That's pretty cool.
Thank you.
That's pretty hardcore. Everybody's hardcore for being out here in the rain.
We're the stormtroopers.
Definitely,
Can
literally.
you take a picture real fast on my camera?
I can.
All these people in the background. With me and Nomi in the front. Really fast. Okay, wipe under your eye. Really fast. I haven't seen those. Yeah, we're just going to take a picture, guys. If anyone wants to smile in the background of my photo. All right, everyone, please
turn it around this way a second. Okay, here we go. We'll take a few. Wait. Okay, I'm live streaming and taking photos at the same time. That's pretty cool. I'm gonna get over this way. I'll take a few here. Hang on. Wave your signs, people. Wave the signs. One more. That's pretty good. And I'll take more too. That's what I'm doing. Okay. Definitely got to document.
Got to document because it's important who's here, but it's also important to get it out there because not everyone can be here. You know?
Not everybody can be here.
So for the people that can't be here, we can make it like they're here and bring their awareness. And
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm gonna. That's actually a nice thing on the way. We're walking down Monster Ave.
So why are all these people marching down the street on a Sunday rainy morning? It's because genetically modified organisms, we are going to make GMOs famous. GMOs are in 70% of the U.S. food supply, but they're banned in 30 countries. All Americans. No, serious.
Ivan, kids, Nico, some laggards back here. That's good. Then we can see what I think. Let me see here. Let me get behind. Very good. And we are on our way to the park. I might cut away briefly. This is the poster. This is what it's about. We're going to the Aina Fest. Food Sovereignty now. That was Aubrey we were just talking to earlier. So if you are on the island of Oahu, or at least on the south side, that is Diamond Head, behind that tree. We're walking out Montserrat, marching down. Hey man! Marching down the Montserrat to Kapilani Park. It's actually not a march, it's more of a sprint. I'm the caboose. So you see a bunch of people. Sorry if it's kind of bumpy. I'm trying to run and film at the same time. We are about a block from Kapilani Park, which is in Waikiki, Honolulu, Hawaii. On our way to the Aina Fest. Very diverse group of people. I didn't bring my steady cam, so you're going to get some bouncing. I'm not getting a report on bandwidth. If you just joined us, we're at the Aina Fest March to Kapilani Park. Hey, it's very well documented. Is that yours? Oh, that's good. Hey, you guys are done up really nice. You're going to be at the march, at the park.
Yeah, we're going there right now.
All right. Hey, you can actually see the park on the next block. The park starts here. Big park set aside long ago. So Mitsuko, what's going to be at the park? What's there once we get there?
We have tables by Label It Hawaii, Seeds of Truth, and Down to Earth. And we're going to have all kinds of information about GMOs.
Great.
And we also have food, free food and water for the public.
Water sounds kind of interesting at this point.
I know.
This is one of the fastest marches I've been on. Usually, marches are kind of slow. This is kind of a sprint.
You don't know me. Know me is.
That's true.
All hyped up and ready to go. She's been soaked for several days. Emails, it's exciting.
I thought you guys would be a little tired and it'd be a little slow.
I'm exhausted.
Okay, we're crossing over the street towards the park. Try and catch up to spokesperson. We are at the march. If you just joined us to the Aina Fest, marching down Montserrat. We're right at the border the far end of the park right now. Kapiolani Park in Waikiki. Or a couple blocks from the famous Waikiki beach. It was drizzling earlier. It's a little bit cloudy, no sun. Gonna be there are a bunch of people already at the park.
Just say no to GMO.
Aloha, you guys. Why can't you have a moment about
Once we get to the park, I think we'll do some interviews. The Hawaii Legislature session will open mid-month January. And one of the things we hope for is a GMO labeling bill.
GMOs have got to go.
We will not eat GMOs.
We will not eat GMOs.
GMOs have got to go.
GMOs have got to go.
GMOs are as bad.
GMOs are bad.
We are not your lab rats. N-O, GMO. N-O, GMO. N-O, GMO. N-O, GMO. I think the elephants can hear us.
We're approaching the park. On the other side is the Honolulu Zoo park over here. Goes all the way almost to the beach. Runs to Kalakaua in main drag of Waikiki. I'm near the front following the
Hello, morning joggers. You know what a genetically modified organism is, sir? We do. It is nasty. It's when the scientists mix genes together in the laboratory. They mix it with chemicals and antibiotics and pesticides and then serve it to you for dinner. You know. Check this out. Babes Against Biotech, GMO-free Oahu. We are tired of it already. See, the thing is, if we can take GMOs out here in Hawaii, then we can really take them out at the knees. This is their seed industry. And because the climate and the soil is so amazing, at least for now, even though they're poisoning it, they can turn 3 to 4 times the crops that they can turn on the mainland. And by mainland, I mean the United States of America.
the continent.
Right.
A lot of people think of this as the mainland.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's not there. The United States is not the mainland.
Alright, I'm gonna stop here and get a look at the people who are walking down the street here. Hey, GMO with the nose slashed right through. No more GMO. Say no to GMO. Balloons. Monsanto poison. A Davin sign. You got a little bit of Roundup on it, but we're gonna follow everyone in and see what that's like. I think this is the last group here. Hawaii first. Label GMO food. I got that on my car. Okay, we're following people into the park where there should be some booths and whatnot set up. Once there, I think I'll cut away so I can put a microphone on my cell cam and then do some interviews. I'm up on the social stream and on chat at Ustream, so any questions you should send them over if you want me to ask any questions of anybody. Sorry for the bumpiness, I didn't bring my Steadicam. Okay, I'll try. This is like one of the quickest paced march I've probably been on. Usually marches are kind of slow because you want people to see you and that kind of thing. This has been a sprint, luckily downhill. Luckily, because it's a GMO event, most of the people are in pretty good health, you know. If you're like a McDonald's kind of person, this might pose a little bit of a cardiac challenge. No offense to those of you out there that eat McDonald's, but I know you're not doing it for your health, so. If you just joined us, we're on our way to the Aina Fest venue. We're at the bottom of Montserrat, near the famous Waikiki Beach. We're following the group, diverse group of people in terms of age, gender. I'm one of the older guys. It's old guy safe. Youngest people are in strollers. Youngest activist is probably Go Hayakawa. He's 10 years old. One of the goals is to bring some kind of GMO labeling initiative legislation out of the Hawaii State Legislature, which will meet, will begin mid-January. I walk up and then fall behind, so I'm going to try and do that, get an idea what's going on. You see the balloons. The art wall at the zoo. Many years ago, the place where Shinichi Takahashi tried selling paintings. Whoa. No violence, that was a balloon. Balloon got some Roundup on it and trying to catch up with the front. That's where Nomi is. She's a fast talker, fast walker.
Yeah, me too.
And our legislators aren't listening. And that's because they're taking GMO money. It's well documented.
They like
there
money
are
better than
lobbyists
health.
we have to watch out for. More than that. Should we walk on the beach side, or are we going straight? No, we're going to the thing. Yeah, to the thing.
Oh, we are at.
We can do Waikiki later if you guys want.
Thank you so much, everyone, for coming for a GMO-free day. Aloha, beachgoers! We are GMO-free Wahoo and Babes Against Biotech. We don't want to be poisoned by genetically modified organisms, and yet we just can't help ourselves because we live in Hawaii, where the majority of open-air experimental field trials are taking place. These chemical companies are experimenting on us. They've been kicked out of 30 countries, so we're kind of like one of the last places that will even allow them. Peru just banned GMOs. Yet it's in 70% of our food supply. And here in Hawaii, they're growing the GMO seeds and shipping them out to the entire world. What we want is a sustainable Hawaii. What we want is more organic farms, less genetic modification. Actually, we want to ban GMOs altogether because GMOs cause sterility, cancer,
I'm going to get my other camera up here.
disruption, hormone dysregulation.
Operating two cameras here, so.
Dangerous stuff, and this is being purported by chemical companies who are flooding our legislation.
And this woman walks really fast.
And then they'll wonder why they're sick.
Yeah, it's not our problem. We tried. We could warn so many people about the fire, but if they want to get burned, they
You
get
know.
burned.
Coming up on our festival here, Aina Fest. Thank you everybody so much for coming. We do not want genetically modified organisms in our food. We don't want them in Hawaii, and we're here to say so.
We're right across Waikiki Beach.
Monsanto! We don't want no GMOs! Evict! Monsanto! We don't want your GMOs! Evict! Monsanto! We don't want your GMOs! Evict! Monsanto! We don't want your GMOs! Evict! Monsanto!
The park is
We
named
don't
after.
want your GMOs! Evict! Monsanto! We don't want your GMOs! Evict! Monsanto! We don't want your GMOs!
I'm going to walk behind a tree here so I don't bump into it. If you just joined us, sorry for the bumpy ride. This is the world's fastest march. It's like everybody's
chemical companies.
healthy.
We want a sustainable Hawaii, and that means we got to get the genetically modified organisms out of here. I know, it sounds like a lot, and it is. They're tampering with the genome, and they're actually affecting the human genome. It's already being changed by the consumption of GMO.
I'm going to back out a little bit
As a
here.
matter of fact, there are now 2,300 acres of rice in Kansas that have human genes in them. So they're actually making cannibals of us. I don't know if you want to eat human genes inside your rice, but we don't. We are not lab rats for chemical companies to experiment on. Please Google Monsanto.
I'm going to walk behind another tree.
Please watch Stop Monsanto from Poisoning Hawaii. Want to reach as many people as we can. This is GMO-free.
Trying to get a little bit in front of them and behind so that we can see people. We're at Kapiolani Park. Behind another tree.
Because GMOs are god-awful, and we don't want to do
I haven't walked into anything yet while live streaming.
Our food supply is not completely deteriorated by chemical companies. We still have time.
And that's a
Say
boast.
no to GMO.
Or
Support
trips.
your local organic farmers.
Yet.
It does make a difference. Why are you buying oranges that are coming from Chile? Is it organic? Are you growing your own food? What can we do? What can we do to stop these chemical companies from poisoning Hawaii? We have to get involved. We have to go down. We have to testify. We have to make sure that chemical companies like Monsanto
This march is so fast I gotta
growing GMOs
run
in Hawaii
and
don't have water.
stop and take a few
They
photos.
shouldn't have access to our resources. They're experimenting on us. They've been kicked out of 30 countries.
Right across
Waikiki
Beach at Kapiolani Park.
With the majority of the world's open-air experimental field trials being conducted in Hawaii. And people don't even know. You love Hawaii, our paradise is being threatened. It's being tampered with. And we've got to get these GMOs out of here. We GMOs are hazmat. We are not your lab rats. We will not eat GMO. GMO has got to go. GMOs are hazmat.
A lot of people here. It's a great sign. GMO poisons. Yeah. There's that guy Nova. We'll get a interview with people later. One of the people I want to interview is Nova Smith, well-known activist associated with Deoccupy Honolulu, also a member of the neighborhood board, and was a candidate for Honolulu City Council. And I voted for him. That's right. We'll get an interview with him later on. I see a little kind of oasis of tents and info booth. If you're going to come down here, on the other side of Kalakaua is the aquarium. Right across the aquarium, right next to the tennis courts. Weather's nice. It was drizzling earlier, but it's still overcast. But nice day, I would say. Let's see. Here's some kitties here. Hi, everybody. Hi. Documentation, very important. Oh, thank you. Oh, look at this. Food sovereignty now, and there is food here. Wow. All here. Right across the aquarium. You can join us. Some music here. Nation table here. Some truth.
That's quite okay. Everyone kind of got it.
No Monsanto. We're on Occupy World News feed at the moment. Hey. We're up on Global Rev Live. This is a rally right in Waikiki. I'm going to walk around. That's Diamond Head in the background. This stage looks familiar.
Gather around here. Thank you to all the marchers who endured the rainfall to come to Kapiolani Park to make a statement that we need to label GMOs, we need to ban GMOs from Hawaii.
Hey, have everybody gather first.
Doesn't look like I'm getting the bandwidth I really should have. I'm going to cut and check that in a while, but I know I got people watching. We're in Waikiki at the Aina Fest.
How's everybody today? Thank you all for coming today and enduring the rain. It's actually going to be a wonderful day, and thanks all for coming and showing your support for labeling GMOs.
I'm getting some
GMO from
stills,
Hawaii and all the other
which is why I cut out every now and then.
We're gathered here today.
Thank you for the people following.
GMO-free Oahu.
Rise Space PDX, Georgia Boy.
Deoccupy Honolulu, Seek the Truth.
Some people watching from Maui.
And all the other people who are sympathetic to our cause.
Maui is very active in the anti-GMO effort. I'm going to shut up and let's listen to Dr. Melissa Yee.
All the speakers to come forward. We have some wonderful speakers who are going to share with us their viewpoint about why it's so important that we start looking at these GMOs and getting them out of Hawaii once and for all. So I'd like to start with Naomi Carmona, who's been on the forefront of demonstrating against GMO. She started in San Francisco and she came to Hawaii and jumped into the state rally this year in February, and she's been running ever since. She's been the executive secretary for Tom Berg at the City Council, and has really worked hard to bring awareness to the fact that GMO is not something that we want to have in our lives. And she put together the Babes Against Biotech group and has been rallying the beautiful women of Hawaii to show their support for GMO labeling and against GMO. So let's have Naomi Carmona come up to the front.
You can see a symbolic tent in the background.
Aloha, kako. Thank you so much, everyone,
Aloha.
for coming. My name is Naomi Carmona, and I feel blessed to see so many of you here today. You never know because so many people don't know, and it's time that we wake them all up. And we have enough people here now to start at least millions of chains of reactions, and we can rely on nature and our true evolution of our genes to do those things as we are here now, and we still have original seed left as far as genetically modified food is concerned, as far as GMOs are concerned. We still have real seed left. So it's not too late for us to reverse the tide. We are we're going to be one of the few places that allow GMOs in the world if we go on this way. They've been kicked out of 30 countries. GMO labeling is required in 61 countries. This should just be standard fare, the labeling, and yet we have so much GMO money in our legislature. Even in our city council has over $30,000 of GMO money in the campaign funds of our council members. If you add in the state and the Senate, then you've got over $391,000 of GMO chemical company money from their lobbyists and from the companies themselves into the races and candidacy of our legislators in office. If you add in the wives of the top 2 lobbyists and 1 daughter, those numbers double. So they're having their family members contribute thousands upon thousands of dollars as well, so that they can give more than they're supposed to. It's a big problem. It goes all the way up to our USDA, our FDA, and our EPA. So that's why we've really got to start here. We can't count on the big guys to protect us because they're not. They're majorly former biotech executives, and that's a big issue of ethics for sure. We've got to all come together on this, and we're doing it. So the more community gardens that we can start up, the more people we can make aware. We need people to adamantly go out of their way to not buy GMO. Please join GMO Free Oahu on Facebook. Please check out our nonprofit. It's called Babes Against Biotech. We're also on Facebook. We'll have a little table set up over there where you can come check us out and talk to us. We team up with local promoters and events to bring awareness to a different demographic. So we'll be like at a reggae show and hand out information about GMOs, tell the crowd about GMOs in between sets. Ultimately, if everybody knew that this was the site of the majority of experimental open-air field trials in the entire world, they'd be furious. It's just the fact that they don't know. And we want to take all that fury and put that in a progressive way. We have some exciting news coming up in the state. Opening day is coming up mid-January, I believe January 16th. So please be there for opening day to help us demand GMO labeling. And I would actually like them to be banned altogether, like the 30 countries who actually respect their citizens. Babies Against Biotech, we do have an online magazine coming out at babesagainstbiotech.org. We're doing a 2013 bikini calendar to raise funds to do more GMO education, print more babe gear, get the word out there. We want that to be the mainstream, that you don't eat GMOs. We want that to be what everybody finds ideal, is to live a pure lifestyle as best as possible without the use of genetically modified organisms, and knowledge about where your food is coming from and what your money is going to. Because we, as long as our legislators aren't listening to us, we have our dollars to vote with. So every time we buy something that's GMO, it's giving them just a little too much. So I thank you all so much for coming. Please check us out. We just became a nonprofit, and we hope to open up a GMO Action Center in Hawaii, where all these different groups, GMO Justice Coalition, GMO Free Oahu, Babies Against Biotech, where we can all come and work on fighting GMOs, like do specific things, get involved, write your Congress people, get messages out, do street teams, flyer, do events, have classes, Babe 101, testify. Please come down and testify at the hearings that we have. It's so important. One of the most corrupt politicians who took over $65,000 from the Kapolei Chamber of Commerce, which is made up of rail and GMO companies, and was fined $6,500 for his ethics violation, Nestor Garcia. He told us at the last GMO labeling hearing, where the 5 council members who've taken GMO money blocked it again and took GMO labeling out of the package altogether. He said, "You're all talking amongst yourselves." He said, "You're all talking amongst yourselves. Where's the other people?" He said, "You need 300 people." It wasn't enough that Kaiser had come out against GMOs in one of their newsletters. He said, "You need Kaiser." And as much as I'm not the hugest fan of Mr. Nestor Garcia, it's almost like he's giving us the inside track on what we have to do to force them to vote the way that we want. We need to remember that we have endless opportunity, and this is a new era that we're constructing. Governments in past days would not be tolerated by their people if they were doing what they're doing to us right now.
Right.
So there's a heck of a lot more of us than them. So I have every faith and every belief that we can absolutely do this. And I thank you all so much for coming and for showing all your aloha and for helping. We're all together in this, and we all look to the same light. So mahalo.
Okay, we're getting a bad bandwidth because my hotspot is dead. I might
Aloha again,
cut away for a couple minutes.
I'd like to mention the sponsors who have donated
Put in a new
food
battery.
and snacks and prizes. We have
I'm cutting away for a short moment. Please don't leave. I've got to...
we have Down to Earth. We have Kukua Co-op.
No, my hotspot's back
We've got
on.
The Source and Kailua. All these wonderful people that we've done panels together with, and they've come out very boldly and said, we're going to take the GMO out of our health food stores and support the people of Hawaii.
My hotspot's connected, in which case I'd have to cut away.
So also we have Label It Hawaii here. They've got a petition for those of you who would like to take one home with you to have your friends sign. So we've got big initiatives coming up this year. The last 2 years
microphone
we've been doing educational programs, panels, and we're really helping to awaken the people of Hawaii to the fact that GMOs are bad. So on the opening day of the legislature, which will be January 16th,
me trying to say I'll be right back.
We're going to have a rally.
Hang in there. I'm going to be
at the UH
get better bandwidth and plug into my.
So if you gather at 8:30 and join us.